well, we have to have a Prince Harry slot, don't we? He has evidently settled remaining parts of his phone hacking claim against Mirror Group newspapers. The Duke of Sussex sued MGM for damages, claiming journalists at its publications were linked to methods including phone hacking and use of private investigators for unlawful activities. During the cost hearing today, his lawyer said that the publisher would make an interim payment of £400,000. It follows a High Court judge's ruling in December that phone hacking by Mirror Group newspapers was carried out from 1996 to 2011 and was widespread and habitual from 1998. Joining me now is royal broadcaster Rafe Howden-Mancoux to explain what's going on, because Rafe, I get confused about how many court cases Harry's got going on. He seems to be suing everybody. So what's happening with this one?
Yes, so, well, as you say, he's finally settled this long-standing case with Mirror Group newspapers. Viewers may remember that in December of last year, he won the first part of that, where the courts ruled that 15 of the 33 articles that Prince Harry put forward did contain information obtained by unlawful means, and for that he received £140,000 in damages, plus costs. Now this is the second and final part, and it relates to a further 115 articles that Prince Harry has put forward, and we will never know really how many of those were actually obtained with unlawful information, because it's not going to trial. But, you know, if we look at the first part, 15 out of 33, so we can assume less than half probably, but still a sizable number, enough for Mirror Group newspapers to want to settle out of court. They're going to pay all of Prince Harry's costs, plus damages, probably of around £300,000 for that. Now, and the judge ruled that 2 directors of Mirror Group newspapers knew what was going on, turned a blind eye to all of this.
The judge actually said that?
Yes, and turned a blind eye to all of this. Now, but he also critiqued Prince Harry a bit. He said, firstly, that Prince Harry shouldn't think that every single article about him has got information that was obtained unlawfully. You know, a bit of paranoia there on Prince Harry's part, perhaps. And secondly, criticised Prince Harry for using his witness statement as a platform to attack the press. A witness statement is just there for you to provide facts and evidence, not to use to advance a political agenda. Now, having said all that, now that Prince Harry settled this, his lawyer outside of court once again gave the media a very, very good public tongue-lashing and very much went to attack Piers Morgan, saying that Piers Morgan knew exactly what was going on. Piers Morgan left Mirror Group 20 years ago, so he's not party to any of this. But he responded in traditional manner by saying that he agrees with Prince Harry that invading the privacy of the royal family is reprehensible, and he advises Prince Harry to stop doing that. Now, Prince Harry wasn't the only person involved in this case. Some other celebrities were also there. The actress Nikki Sanderson, the Coronation Street actor Michael Lavelle was also involved with this, and also... who was another person whose name escapes me at the moment? Oh yes, Fiona Whiteman, the ex-wife of the comedian Paul Whitehouse.
Right, yes.
And they weren't as lucky. The judge kicked out the cases for Fiona Whiteman and Nikki Sanderson, saying that they came too late to the party, their application was too late, and they exaggerated their claims, so they have to pay Mirror Group's costs. And Michael Lavelle also has to pay Mirror Group's costs because he refused to negotiate with them rather than taking it to court. However, Mirror Group will need to pay the legal fees for other celebrities, including Ricky Tomlinson from the other royal family, and Ian Wright, the ex-footballer, and also the estate of George Michael. They're asking for £1.9 million from Mirror Group for all of that. As for Prince Harry, well, his battles continue. Viewers may remember that last month he dropped his libel case against the Mail on Sunday, and forcing him to pay up to £750,000 legal costs to the Mail on Sunday. But he is proceeding with his phone hacking claims against Associated Newspapers, that owns the Mail on Sunday, and also against News UK, formerly News Group News, which owns The Sun. And those phone hacking cases are going to come to trial this year and next year. So we're far from out of the woods when it comes to Prince Harry and his addiction to lawsuits.
He's going to be a very busy boy, isn't he, in court? Should we talk about the other brother? William has taken on a diplomat?
Yes.
What's this about?
Well, now that he's Prince of Wales, he and the Princess of Wales need to expand their team. So there's a restructuring taking place, which includes bringing on a chief executive, and they both are having their own private secretaries. Prince William has selected a Foreign Office diplomat with peacekeeping experience. This is yes. the irony there shouldn't be lost on anyone.
No,
but let's not draw conclusions from that. But Ian Patrick was private secretary to Lord Ashdown, Paddy Ashdown, when he was the High Representative for Bosnia and Herzegovina, former special advisor to MI6's chief, so a serious fellow. And that's because the Prince of Wales needs to have a more prominent international role. He went in December with David Cameron to see the new Emir of Kuwait. He's been to Singapore and the USA last year for his Earthshot Prize, but he really wants to expand upon that. And it may be necessary, you know, depending upon how the King's treatment goes, to represent the King a bit more in the short term on Commonwealth and international levels.
Talking of that, I just want to mention this one very quickly. As people who follow me on social media will know, I spent sort of like the vast part of the last 11 days in hospital with various people in their 80s, caring for them. And I just was a bit upset that Harry spent so little time with his dad. And I think it was 30 minutes in his dad's presence, flying across the Atlantic, and has now flown back and is attending the Super Bowl this weekend, this Sunday night. It just still feels, I mean, I'm not having a go at Harry here, people. It just feels a bit wrong when someone you love is suffering.
Well, I mean, we don't really know the full truth of what went on, because we also understand that Prince Harry gave no warning of his visits, and the plans had been made for the King to go to Sandringham, and so this had happened without any sort of pre-planning, and we know how structured the royal family's life is. So it's difficult to say why Prince Harry's visit was so short, and I think we need to have some sort of, you know, until we know further, I'm not sure whether we can say whether anybody was at fault necessarily.
No, sure, it wasn't a fault. I think it just when you.
But I know what you mean, especially after so long, not having seen your father, and then not bringing over your children, perhaps, to have a chance to meet with their grandfather.
Well, we wish them well. That's King Charles, and obviously Catherine as well. We wish them both well. That's Rafe Helder Manku. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. Love talking to Rafe.